2018, maybe on a beach in Naxos, Greece, we decided that we needed a paradigm shift in our lives. Instead of working 48 weeks a year to do the things that we love for 4 weeks, we wanted a lifestyle that allowed us to do the things we love all year round. From that conversation, DwnShifters was born, and a year later, we've moved into a 2019 Ford Transit that we converted ourselves.
We're changing to a lower gear, squeezing into a custom-built van, and exploring the country. Learn with us and come along for the ride.
Hi, I'm Jess.
And I'm John, and we're DwnShifters. Thanks for checking out our top 10 list today. Today we are looking at things that we love on Instagram that as full-timers we found aren't particularly practical. What's number 10 on the list?
So number 10 on the list is a dark interior. There are so many materials to work with, and we found that it was really important that we choose light materials because it's a small space and we want it to seem brighter and maybe more spacious than it is.
Yeah, so light colors equals bigger spaces, dark colors equals smaller spaces. Number 9 on our list is exterior ladders. Exterior ladders look super cool and they are pretty handy. You definitely want access to your roof, but we prefer a detached telescoping ladder that gives us more flexibility. So we were concerned about people being able to get on the roof when we're not there. We're also worried about just running into stuff when we're trying to park or when on narrow forest roads.
Number 8 is storing our bikes inside. And when we really originally set off, we planned to spend time pretty equally in urban and rural spaces. And so having our bikes on the exterior of our van felt like an invitation to take those bikes. So we wanted to store them inside to protect them from any other folks who were interested in them, as well as weather. And we've been really happy with that decision.
Very happy. It also makes your van smaller additionally, so it's just easier to park a big vehicle when you don't have things hanging off the front or the back. 7 is hinged upper cabinets. So when we first designed the van, we intended to put hinged cabinets in, but once we got the cabinets into the space, we realized that they were really going to swing into our faces, and we switched gears and went with sliding overhead cabinets, and we haven't looked back. They've been really great, and the design that we used, they've stayed closed even when we've had to stop pretty quickly.
Number 6 is bookshelves, or really any open shelf. Every time the van takes off, things inside the van take off too, and so the more secure they are, the more a van is in order when we get to our destination.
Yeah, you have to worry about bumpy roads, stopping quickly, and just keep thinking about things not being tied down is just going to result in problems down the road. Number 5 on our list today is fancy dishware. So, Jess, things move in a van when you're driving?
Exactly. They rattle, they bump, they shift, and so anything breakable is going to risk a chip being actually broken, and it's going to add extra noise when you're driving the van.
Yeah, so we opted just to go with plastic cups and dishware. They come in bright, fun colors. They do the job. They don't rattle in a loud fashion, and we're perfectly happy with them. Number 4 on our list, this is one that's super popular in Instagram shots.
It's also really something that's I still want to figure out how to solve, but haven't figured out how to solve, which is having plants. I loved plants when I had an apartment. I loved taking care of them. John bought me plants as a gift this year, and I loved them for every minute that they were alive. But having sun on them all the time and changing weather conditions was not really good for those plants, and they didn't make it.
Yeah, plants typically don't like no sunlight and cold conditions, and sometimes you can't really control that when you're on the road. So we've tried and we failed. If you have good plants that we should try, please leave us a comment in the comment section. Number 3 in our list is commercial style kitchen faucets. These things look great, and they're just a wonderful feature to have at home when you have a really big basin. But in a moving vehicle, we opted against going with such a large kitchen faucet.
And there were a couple of reasons. One, we wanted to gain counter space when we weren't using the sink. We also wanted
to not have a lot of backsplash or spray all over, because those things when you they're pretty powerful, and they're going to spray all over the place. And then the last thing, and the biggest one, is just water consumption. Getting water is a van life chore, and the less often or less frequently that you have to do it, the happier you'll be, we promise.
Number 2 is poor seating options. This is, for us, our home, our office, our bedroom, our like all of those spaces in one. And so having a variety of ways to relax, to have more ergonomic posture, and all of those things was really essential to us successfully living full time in a van.
Yeah, I would just think about your home now and looking around at the seating options you have, whether you want to lounge in bed, sit at the dining room table, work somewhere, put your feet up on the couch. These same activities happen in a van. And as much as we love being outside, as most people do, you are going to spend a lot of time in your van. And so having that flexibility will make it feel a lot more homey. And so think about your seating options when designing your van.
Number 1 on the list.
What's our number 1, Jess?
Stationary beds.
Yes, and why?
Because that is a huge footprint in your home space, and if you always dedicate it to the bed and never anything else, then you lose that space for any other activity.
Yeah, so what I always like to say is you sleep about a third of the day, but the bed is out 100% of the time when it's a stationary bed. And there are some clever solutions out there, but unless you like lying down all the time, you're usually left with poor seating options or smaller kitchens, or there's a big compromise when you're leaving your bed out all the time. And so we opted to go with the Murphy bed, which is here, which you can check out on our website, and we have full plans and measurements of that, which allow you to create a big living room, but we also have a garage still and a bathroom and a kitchen. So stationary beds, I think they look great, but they aren't super practical for us in a small space. Thanks so much for watching our top 10 list of things we love on Instagram that aren't particularly practical as a full-timer.
Yeah, we hope this list was really helpful. If you're looking for other resources that may help you in your build, or if you're already on the road and are looking for other ideas, please check out our website. We've tried to document different components of our build or gear that we use, and we hope that that's helpful information to you too. And then also check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, to see parts of our adventures and parts of our van.
Yeah, if you haven't seen our van build video on our YouTube channel, check that out now. It has a ton of cool, practical design solutions to make your build as functional and homey as possible. Thanks.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.